Jake,
Yeah.
I love seeing you.
Good to see you too. It's been a minute.
It has been a big minute.
I know,
It's been a
like-
very long minute.
Like 5 or 6 months.
Oh my
feel like.
gosh. And you've been like Mr. World Traveler.
Somewhat. I mean, USA, not much of the world lately.
My
But
goodness.
yeah.
So what's fun to know about you is that you are also a professional photographer.
Yeah. Yep. Professional wedding photographer and videographer. So, yeah.
And it just takes you all over the place, and I love seeing all of the different
Thank you.
scenery and just you. If you're going to get married, hire this guy. Or engaged or have babies or anything, hire this
Yeah.
guy.
Yep.
You do such a great job.
Thank you. It's
And-
been fun.
Well, and the fun part about that is with your team, you are Larry Martin's
Yeah.
son.
Yep.
So you're the Martin team.
Yep.
And the cool thing about that and about our business is you can have a life,
Yeah.
you can do other things,
For sure.
because our career in real estate is very flexible.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So tell me a little bit about how your business has grown in the last year.
Well, so with COVID, it was very interesting. I mean, the whole year was very, very interesting, and I've learned a lot, I feel like, this year.
Yeah.
Especially just like going future-wise, and like, I mean, in some cases, this was a little bit of what people were seeing in 2006, 2008. I feel like a little bit of just like not a lot of houses selling, right? So
Right.
during like COVID, when they restricted, houses being able to go in and show them, there wasn't a lot of people out there looking or buying or anything like that. So you had to just kind of be creative. And that was something that my dad always talked about growing up, is like when stuff like that in the real estate market takes a turn, you have to look at it and be creative. How are you gonna, set yourself apart? How can we make this look better? So it was just a lot of me and my dad just having late night talks of like, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do to be creative? What are we gonna do for this to happen? If this ever was to happen in the future, what are our systems that we need to put in place? So it was a lot of working with my dad on how we can get things back up and running and be more consistent with the amount of houses that we were selling. And I mean, I didn't feel like I sold a lot of houses from March till, or when did it come?
Right.
March,
Yeah, till like maybe June or July.
March to May, I feel like I didn't sell like any houses. It was like, whew,
Yeah.
whew, it was a little tight there. And then with weddings, we can't have people together, so it was just like both of my streams of income were cut off almost.
Wow.
And it was really crazy because I've never being 20 something years old, I've never had that kind of like, I was like, okay, if one is doing really well, the other one, it's okay if that one's not doing so well, because like
Right.
I at least have this other strong one.
Right.
That
had to be honestly terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, because you're right, you couldn't go anywhere.
Yeah, couldn't go anywhere, couldn't do anything, I couldn't travel, I couldn't be with other people, So there's just a lot of that kind of stuff going on. And this whole year just like made me like think fresh again in some
cool.
cases,
Very
and
cool.
just kind of like be creative, and how can I just how my mind works is like, what can I make so I can do this and make this happen again? How can I solve this problem? I'm a big puzzle person, so
I love that.
it was just like a lot of those talks with my dad and just figuring out how can we make this happen. And last year was not the greatest year, but I still sold 40 something houses in a span of doing 30 weddings too at the same time.
Oh my goodness.
So it was a lot of learning different systems and stuff. So
Very
I feel like my
cool.
business definitely grew in like that side of thing, is making it more systematic instead of just kind of, well, let's just go for it,
Yeah,
So,
that's awesome. Well, we know that Larry likes to think that he's the big wheel, but
he is.
he is. He's the big wheel.
He is the big wheel.
But I'm telling you what, without you guys on the front side with all the technology and everything, you bring a lot to the table, and we love your
It's
team.
a whole team and family effort, honestly. My mom sometimes has the best ideas that we're like, why didn't we think of it?
I love
and
that.
Dana is a huge asset to our team, and we love her, and she's honestly like a second mother to me, so
I love that.
we
And I
just-
get to be grandma, remember?
Right, yeah.
I
Yep.
could be your grandma, remember
Right.
that? This is crazy.
hopefully.
Oh my gosh. So, so how would you say too that our company here,
Yeah.
Rivertown and Harbortown, how have we helped you guys, or what role have we been able to play in your growth?
Yeah, I
year?
mean, growth overall, like, I mean, I never felt like Keller Williams was like, I mean, I'm young, right? So,
A baby.
yeah. And I've always been told that, but I never feel like that was something that was like setting me apart from other people. Like, I felt like Keller Williams was always like, you're young, but use that to your advantage. Right? Like,
Absolutely.
you know the technology, you know how to use social media. I mean, you guys let me teach some classes about social media because I know it so much.
Yes.
So I felt like it was more like, you're not young, like you're young, but we're gonna utilize your youth and like have you show us how to do stuff.
Yes.
And like you understood, like I felt like Keller Williams understood like you're young, but you're powerful in a sense.
Absolutely.
And I think that was a really cool thing, is just seeing like, I mean, also like the technology that Keller Williams is coming out with, and that they were always constantly rolling out and being more on top of, was just a big thing for me. But yeah, I would say that's one thing that Keller Williams has done a really good job at, is just like understanding the youth, but not saying like, all right, you're young, so you're gonna be confined to this little space. Like,
oh yeah.
I mean,
No.
if you even look at it, I mean, Grand Rapids did the like little Grand Rapids 30 under 30 thing, right? And almost a ton of them were from Keller Williams. I felt like 5 or 6 of us.
Yes, and congratulations
So,
on that.
Thank you.
Very, very cool.
Yeah,
very cool.
youngest one on
Yep.
that list.
Yep.
So
You know, that is so much, that's so much fun for me because I have lived life,
Yeah.
right? But I love my children, and you know, you're in that younger category, and I just have never felt like I know it all. I always want to be learning and going to the next level, and we know that the way technology is going and the way the world is going, you guys are going to be, you are the realtors of tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we can't stay stuck in what we think and know.
Right.
Because it is spinning fast.
Well, and that's the thing with just what's going on and all together. Everything happens like that nowadays. It's not like a long, you know, spinning wheel that's like, okay, well, we have 6 months to get used to that. It's like 6 months, everything's gonna change. So you gotta be on your toes the whole entire time.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, that's just how it is, and that's like, for me, it's no problem, but for some other people, it's like, you know.
Yeah,
Big
that's
deal.
why we value you. We are so appreciative of you guys
Ugh,
because
too nice.
you do help us be better.
Yeah.
You teach us, and what I love is you don't mind hanging with all, we just have a lot of different ages,
Yeah,
right? And
right.
we're just all a big family.
Yeah.
And we just take care of each other,
Yep.
and we teach each other.
Yep.
And I've been here for just about 2 years, and I've never once had any agent say, no, I can't do that, or I can't help you. We are just so helpful
Right. Yeah.
with everybody.
Yeah, I mean, even like, I mean, in some circumstances, I think me being younger does kind of make me have an advantage of just being versatile.
Yep.
And kind of create, I mean, I'm a creative person, so like my offers are a little bit more creative in the words and things that I do.
Yeah.
And I mean, a lot of our team gets to use that, but I mean, on our Facebook page that we have for Keller Williams, we've been talking a lot, like that's been a lot of the, you know, talk recently. I feel like it's just like, oh, like what are you guys doing for offers that's different? And just being able to see that kind of thing, and also being like, well, this is actually what I do, and it's like, you know, this is kind of different, and this is how I kind of, you know, I feel like it's really nice because we do have a very like, you know, blended family kind of feel, where it's just like everybody's come together, different age groups and everything, and just kind of making it all one.
Yes. So last question.
Yeah.
How's the puppy?
Snicker? Yes, Snicker. He's good. He's 6-7 months old now.
Oh my goodness. He's
yeah,
darling.
He is. Yep, he's going through little puppy puberty right now.
Oh, okay.
So he's testing his boundaries with me and doing all that. It's a lot of fun stuff. My ankles are all bitten up because he wants my attention 24/7.
You're playing all the time.
Yep.
Yes.
Finally been able to leave the house a little bit, but you know, I love him to death, and he's my baby, and
he
he's
is a
just
good buddy
super
for
cute.
you. Super cute.
Yeah.
Yes, you chose good.
I didn't actually get to choose.
You what?
I didn't get to choose. They just gave it to me.
You're
They're like,
kidding.
Yeah. They're like, oh, this is a good one. This is going to be a good fit for you. And I mean, honestly, Jen did great. The lady that runs the whole thing, she did great, and he's a great fit for me and what I'm trying to do. And I mean, we go on like 8 miles of walking every day, and yeah.
Wow, very
So,
cool. Well, thank you for coming by.
thank you
and
for
it's
having
good
me.
to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too. Hopefully stop in more often.
All right.
So yeah.